Mike Evans here. Today is January 26th, Friday. I'm here with Ronnie, famous documentary filmmaker. Ronnie what?
Warhol.
Ronnie what?
Warhol.
Ronnie Warhol. And this is a story when I got arrested in Tianemen Square. So I was in Tianemen Square. I was on a scooter. I'd actually bought an electric scooter. I was driving all around Beijing. When I travel, I like to stay in one place for an extended period of time as opposed to go to city to city to city for 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. So I was riding the scooter through Tiananmen Square and I noticed a conflagration. These people were protesting and had signs. I don't know what they were doing. I didn't know if it was going to be another big protest or not. So I stopped and I had my camera and I started taking pictures of the protests. And this guard came up and grabbed my arm. He's like, "Give me your camera." And as soon as I saw him walk towards me, I deleted the pictures that I'd taken. So he comes up and he grabs my arm. And he had on white gloves, he had on a starched suit, black military uniform, hat, the whole thing. And he goes, "Delete the pictures." And I already did. And I swiped and showed him. He goes, "Swipe right." He knew exactly what to do and he spoke perfect English. And I swiped right and they were already deleted. He took the camera, he looked through it. He's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Give me your passport." And looked at my passport. I'm like, "Here on business, da da da." So he said, "Okay, go on." He let me go. So then I'm sitting over, and then this girl comes up to me. She's about 30 something, and she says, "Are you American?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Can you take me to the American embassy?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Can you take me to the American embassy?" I'm like, "I don't know." You know, and being an American and for freedom, I was like, anything I can do to help someone get away from those communist bastards, I'm certainly going to help. So I said, "Yeah." I didn't know if she was a spy or undercover or what the deal was. So she got on the back of the scooter and we started going. And I'm trying to race away. I didn't know if someone was following us or what it was. So the American embassy is like 6 miles away from Tiananmen Square. I mean, it's a good ways. We had a tough time finding it. And so we're riding around and around. And we finally get there. And as we're going by all the embassies in Beijing, all the embassies are surrounded by these huge 20-foot high barbed wire fences, and they're not fenced off to keep people from getting there. They're there to keep the Chinese people from going in, because China doesn't want their people leaving China. You can't just leave China. So we finally find the American embassy, and there's a Marine there with the machine gun standing at the gate. And I said, "Sir, English is pretty good." And I tell her, "You're going to go up there. I'm not going up there with you." So I park a block away and she walks up there and I'm like, "What are you going to say? I'm going to go to America?" So she walks up there and chats to them and comes back and says that the guard told her the guard was a Chinese guard, that she needs to go to a travel agency. I'm like, "Okay." So we're riding around looking for a travel agency. And we finally found a travel agency, go in. They're like, it's $3,000 to get a visa to go to the U.S., even to visit. And they're like, "I'm willing to help, but I wasn't in a position to pay $3,000 for her to get a visa to come to America." So we started hanging out and ended up spending a few days together. And she ended up staying in my hotel room with me. And actually, I had I think 3 phones I'd taken to China with me. I ended up giving her one of my iPhones. I had an older iPhone 4. I said, "You want $200 US or the iPhone?" She says, "I want the iPhone." So I ended up giving her the iPhone. I think I actually have her picture right here. See if I have it still. It's pretty wild. In China, everyone gets a number which is assigned to them, almost like a prison number when you go in prison. And that number is assigned to you for life. And she gave me a little photograph, like a passport-sized photograph, and it has her little official Chinese number on the bottom of it. Let me see if I can find it here. And she had a couple of kids. She showed me she was from somewhere up in the north part of China. And I never did quite figure out, she never did say why she wanted to go or what problems she was having that made her want to leave the country. Or I guess obviously she would have been leaving her family as well. So that is my trying to help someone break out of China story. Alrighty, this is Mike Evans, fighting glioblastoma brain cancer, over and out.
No picture?